So guys, building an app that you can launch to the public isn't really difficult to do anymore, and that's because there's so many different AI tools out there that can assist you. For example, we've got tools like Google Antigravity, and as long as you have the right idea, you're able to build a fully functional app that you can put out there for the public to use. But the real concern that most people have is how they're going to generate traffic. And in today's video, what I want to do is show you how I use tools like ChatGPT to come up with different traffic source ideas when it comes to building and launching apps. And I'm going to show you real life examples of what people are doing right now in 2026, the things that I've done for the different apps that I've built for myself. Let's go. So by now, I'm sure most of you already know exactly how to build an app using Google Antigravity. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You're just going to go over to antigravity.google. You're going to download it. And for those of you that's not really sure of exactly what it is and how it works, it's basically a app builder that you're going to be able to have a conversation with, and it's going to have so many different functionalities to it. But I would say the best part about it is that it's completely free for you to use. If you've ever wanted to build an app, maybe a software, but you're not good at coding, you're not really a programmer, that's the good thing about it. You don't need to be an expert by any means whatsoever. Even if you're completely new to this whole thing, you're going to be able to use it and get an app built and possibly launched within 2 to 3 hours. And I'm going to quickly show you exactly how it works. I'm going to speed through it because the main thing that I want to focus on is the different traffic sources that you can use when it comes to getting potential customers onto the app that you've built using Google Antigravity, or to be honest, any app builder that's out there. So all you need to do is enter a prompt in this interface over here. And you can do this yourself by typing out a few sentences. It's going to be able to do a good job of trying to build what you asked for. But if you want to give it more detailed instructions, or maybe you're confused on how to structure the prompt correctly, you can use a free tool called Digital Maker AI. I'm going to leave it linked down below. What this tool does is that it's going to take you through a couple different questions. It's going to ask you specific defining details of the app that you're trying to build so that Google Antigravity knows exactly what you're trying to do. And once you go through all of the questions, from there, you're going to be given a detailed prompt that you can simply copy and paste. And by the way, if you want to save all of your prompts that Digital Maker AI has given you, you're going to be able to do that within your account. You're going to be able to access all of your prompts. Now, once you've got your prompt, you're going to go back over to Google Antigravity, paste it in there just like this, and Antigravity is going to go straight to work. And in this example, I've asked it to build an AI invoice generator web app. By the way, this is just an example, but as you can see, it's going to start building out the app immediately. It does everything straight away. It doesn't take long. And the good thing about Antigravity is that it's also going to test the app and make sure that it's fully functional. It's going to do this directly in your Google Chrome browser. Now, of course, there's going to be some back-end steps that you need to take when it comes to integrating a database, when it comes to integrating payments using Stripe. And when it comes to deploying your app directly on Antigravity, there's a few different ways that you can do this, and I'm going to explain it a little bit later on in this video. But the point of what I've shown you right now is how simple it is when it comes to building a fully functional app, because right here we've got the invoice generator. It's going to be operated using AI. It's going to have a slightly different twist than a regular invoice generator that's out there. And all of this was done in less than 15, 10, or even 5 minutes. And that brings me to the main point of today's video, which isn't really about building an app. It's more so about how you're going to get traffic to it. And to figure all of this out, we're going to be using ChatGPT when it comes to its opinion on the best traffic sources for this type of digital one-person business. And the reason why we're using ChatGPT, if we just go over to SimilarWeb, we can see the top website rankings. I'm just going to scroll down over here. We could see that ChatGPT has risen to the 5th most popular website in the entire world, which means that the amount of data that they have when it comes to what's performing well, what's trending, is definitely going to be useful in this particular use case when it comes to getting an idea of what we can do for our apps to get traffic and get potential customers. So what I'm going to do is just open up ChatGPT like this. At the time of me making this video, I'm using ChatGPT 5.2, and I'm just going to enter a very simple prompt that says, create a modern interactive ranking dashboard that displays the top 6 traffic sources for web applications in 2026, ranking them from 1 to 6. I'm just going to fix that. So something simple like this you can enter. To be honest, I do give it a little bit more details, but I'm just showing you a concise prompt just so that you guys understand the key thing that I'm asking ChatGPT to do. But the main thing that you want to do from this point, if you're following along, is that you want to enter your prompt like this, maybe give it more information on what you want the dashboard to look like. you're going to click on more, you're going to click on canvas, and you're going to click on enter. Okay, great. So what ChatGPT has done is that it's coded out this entire dashboard. And of course, we can't make any sense of it by looking at this code. So what we're going to do is just click on preview. Okay, perfect. So this is the ranking of the top 6 traffic sources for web apps in 2026. And what I'm going to do is just make it full screen. I could do that by clicking on share and then getting this link. Okay, so that's much better. This is what ChatGPT came back with. I'm going to go through each one from 6 to 1. I'm going to show you the different traffic sources, and I'm also going to show you a real life active web app that's using that traffic source right now, just so that you have an idea as to how you can potentially do all of this yourself. You're going to be able to pick the best traffic source depending on what your web app is or the idea that you're thinking about. So let's start off with number 6. Which is going to be AI search rankings, things like the Google AI mode, Perplexity. ChatGPT also has a feature. Various different AI tools are being used now when it comes to people searching for different apps that they're going to be able to use. And this is something that's still growing. That's the reason why it's ranked at number 6. And according to ChatGPT right there, we can say that an emerging channel with long-term upside is currently unpredictable because it's new, but a lot of people are still able to capitalize from this. And as I said before, I'm going to show you an example of someone that's using AI search engines for them to get traffic. Let me go over to the Google AI mode. And to find it, what you can do is just go over to Google. You can see right there, AI mode. You could just select it like this. And for those of you that might not be familiar with this, you're not really sure of exactly what the AI mode is. It's essentially Google's way of modernizing the regular Google search engine that we're all used to. And the last time I checked, the AI mode had over 100 million users worldwide, all around the world in various different locations. So a lot of people are using it, which means that there's a lot of people with their web apps that are able to get free organic traffic from it. And to show you exactly what I mean, what I'm going to do is just enter a completely random search term based on the app that you guys saw me build right now, which was that invoice generator. So what a regular person might do is open up the AI mode like this. They might type in something along the lines of, what is the cheapest way for me to create an invoice? And if I click on enter, what the Google AI mode is going to do is that it's going to scan the internet. It's going to come back with all of these different options. It's going to break it down in terms of best for one-off uses. It's going to come back with regular use in terms of actual softwares. But if we click into one of the first ones in the list, I'm sure that you guys can agree that this is a very similar invoice to the one that I just made using Google Antigravity. Pretty straightforward. People are going to be able to use it when it comes to downloading or creating a invoice for free that they're going to be able to get a PDF document that they can use in any way that they want to. And just think about the potential of doing this, because the person that owns this web app has been able to build it using simple methods like what I showed you, and they're able to get people onto it without paying a single penny. If I just click on the SimilarWeb Google Chrome extension tool, we could see that they're already growing in terms of the amount of users that are using them. And if we scroll down over here, we can see that their main forms of traffic is direct and search based. So yeah, that's the basic premise of how AI search rankings work. You're going to be able to tap into the power of platforms like the Google AI mode, Perplexity, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, so on and so forth, when it comes to placing the right keywords on your web app so that all of these different AI tools know exactly who to show your web app to. But I've got more coming out about this particular topic real soon, so be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss those future videos. But let's move on to number 5 in this ranking, which is going to be short form content on platforms like Instagram, using Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. So this is something that I've noticed amongst a lot of people that are building web apps. They build it super quick using things like Antigravity, and then from there, they now start publishing content on a regular basis. And because it's simplistic when it comes to being able to make these type of videos, it's not really complicated. 30-second, 1-minute video. They're able to pump out a lot of content. Some may not do well, but there's going to be some that is going to do well. And those are the ones that's going to be able to get you your initial user base. And what I want to do quickly is show you an example of someone that's doing this right now. So this guy has a Instagram page, he has a TikTok page, and his web app, from what I can see, is all about helping people with job applications, creating resumes, so on and so forth. So we can see that he's publishing all of this content on his Instagram on a regular basis. Again, not every single piece of content is going to do well, but because he's consistent when doing so across all of these different short form platforms, he's now able to drive traffic to the links in his bio. And one of the links is going to be his web app that's going to help people when it comes to doing what I mentioned before. So this is the web app right here. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. It's going to help people when it comes to targeting jobs, resumes, applying, getting interviews, all of the above. But if I just go over to Similar Web, we can see that this is another web app that has been growing in the recent months. And he's now at the point where he's getting over 196,000 monthly visits. And the purpose of today's video is, yes, I want to show you all of these different traffic sources when it comes to the ranking according to ChatGPT, but I also want to show you all of these different examples of all of these different web apps so you can see that you don't have to stay within a niche that you think is popular. It's all about building your app, making sure that you now generate traffic in a way where you're putting content out where your potential customer spends time on the internet. But this now brings me on to the fourth best traffic source according to ChatGPT for web apps in 2026, which is going to be YouTube channels. Now, I'm a big believer in YouTube channels. It's something that I've been building for the past 6 years. I've got a couple different channels in a couple different niches. And the reason for that is because you're able to build a community of like-minded people. And because you're putting out long form content, 8 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or even an hour plus, you're going to be able to build this connection that you're not really able to do on other platforms. So I'll definitely say YouTube channels is worth building in 2026, of course, depending on how you do it. Now, the benefits of starting a YouTube channel isn't purely because you're able to promote web apps. There's so many other additional benefits to it, but today, of course, we're focused on web apps, and I want to show you a channel that's doing this that you probably come across, but you didn't realize that this was their main intention. Now, I'm sure many of you have probably come across this channel over here, which is vidIQ. I've been watching them ever since I started my first channel, maybe 6-7 years ago, and I'm still subscribed to them till now. So the whole purpose of this channel is to provide you with YouTube information, education, all of that type of content. But at the same time, the purpose that they have in mind is to drive people to their web app, which helps people when it comes to analyzing and just growing a YouTube channel. Now, I thought that this will be the perfect example to show you because they're one of the biggest that's doing this right now. They've got millions of subscribers, and because of that, they've been able to get potentially millions of people onto their web app. And the goal for 2026 on my channel is to allow you guys to know that anything is possible when it comes to building any type of app that you're thinking about building, whether you want it to be a basic HTML app, whether you want it to be a very detailed one with a lot of backend, you want it to be a full tech stack SaaS. The sky's the limit, the possibilities are there, and you shouldn't limit yourself. And the truth is, when it comes to building an app similar to vidIQ, anyone is capable of doing it. Anyone's capable of starting a YouTube channel like what they've been able to do. And even though, yes, they're one of the biggest in the space when it comes to the YouTube web app that they've got, it doesn't mean that they're not consistent when it comes to continuously posting content more or less every single day. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to learn from channels like this when it comes to growing your web app using YouTube. It's all about knowing exactly what the pain points of your potential customers are, publishing content around that, making sure that you're doing it on a consistent basis, and always trying to center your content around your web app so that your audience knows exactly what the benefits are going to be when they sign up to it. But changing gears slightly, let's move on to the third traffic source that doesn't involve you publishing content, showing your face, maybe using someone else to host a channel or whatever it is, and you're going to be able to essentially pay to play, which is going to be regular Google search ads. Now, I definitely say that this is an underrated way of getting traffic to your apps in 2026 because the process is quite simple. Literally, all you need to do is make sure that you've confirmed and validated the concept of your app. Maybe you've got a small user base, even if it's only 20 to 50 people that are using it on a regular basis, they're happy with it, there's no issues. You're now going to be able to run Google search ads when it comes to particular keywords. And because Google is still the #1 website in the entire world, the opportunity is definitely there when it comes to going from 10, 20 users to 50 users to 1,000 users, as long as you know what you're doing when it comes to setting up the ad in the right way. And I want to quickly show you exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to someone that's using Google search ads right now, in case some of you are not really sure of exactly what I mean. So the way that it's going to work is that the person's going to go onto Google just like this. They're going to search for a keyword, for something that they are maybe dealing with, a problem that they're trying to solve. So in this case, I'm just going to type in something random. I'm just going to say QR code generator. I'm sure that you guys have seen those QR codes, the things that you need to scan for you to get a URL. Companies are using it. It's super popular right now. And the reason why I know that is because if I go over to Google Trends, I've just typed in QR code generator. So a bunch of people are searching for this right now because they also want to be able to make their own QR codes. So if I just search for this, again, like a regular person would, and this right here is what a Google search ad looks like. So I would say Google in the past 6 months, maybe up to a year, has done a good job when it comes to making things look a little bit more seamless. Before, Google kind of overwhelmed the person that was searching with a bunch of ads, and it was obvious things were ads, so it kind of put the consumer off. However, now, as you can see, things look a little bit more clean. Someone searches for what they're searching for, and instantly they're going to be able to see this at the top of the search results, and they're not going to know that this person paid to be at the top of the search results. And the truth is, anyone can build a QR code, anyone can build any type of app, and anyone can target any of these keywords. I'm not saying that it's going to be straightforward, easy from the very beginning. There's always going to be a learning curve, but as you can see, this is something that this site has been able to do. And if we just double check SimilarWeb, right there, as you guys can see, this QR code generation web app is getting over 1.8 million monthly visits. So yeah, I've got many more videos coming out about Google search ads real soon when it comes to what you need to do step by step to get your first Google Ads search campaign set up. So be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss those videos, and like the video if you're enjoying it so far. Let's move on to the second traffic source when it comes to web apps that's going to do well in terms of what ChatGPT has told me, which is Google SEO. So SEO, search engine optimization, is simply putting the right keywords on your website so that you're going to be able to rank in the search results for completely free. And this is a great way for you to get traffic. Yes, it's not going to be easy in the early days because things are going to take time when it comes to building up that momentum. But there has been cases of websites, web apps, softwares being able to rank on the first page of Google within the first week, first couple weeks even, when it comes to them being able to get organic traffic and just doing things in a simple way. And the reason why I know that is because if we go over to Google search, I'm just going to type in the name of the web app that I've built that's been able to get thousands of users within the first couple weeks of me launching it, which is Digital Maker. Just like that, as you can see right there, it's at the top of the search results. I'm sure if you guys search for it right now on your own Google, you're going to see it at the top. So this is something that I built literally within the last month, 2 months. We've been able to get multiple thousands of users that are using it on a regular basis. And for those of you that haven't seen it, I'm just going to quickly explain it. But basically what it's going to help you do is that it's going to help you create digital products in minutes, not months. I made sure to make this perfect. Initially, I built it for myself when it came to helping me launch all of the different digital products that I've launched, but I'm putting it out there to the public so that you can use it for free at the time of me recording this video. I'm actually impressed with all of the features that I've been able to add to it. It's not been easy, but it's definitely something that's helped out so many people. So we've got the prompt builder where you can generate prompts for ChatGPT, Claude, Google Gemini, all of these different AI tools. The best part about this is that it's custom prompts that are going to be tailored to you, so they're not going to be generic like what other prompt builders are doing. We've also got the chat feature over here. What this feature does is it works in a similar way to ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude. You can have a conversation with it, but instead of it being for the general public or just every single person, it's going to be for people that are looking to build digital products. So the knowledge base is going to be really good when it comes to helping you build a list of different digital products that you're thinking about building. And we've also recently added the product research feature as well. With this one, you can copy and paste any type of digital product from any website, Shopify, Gumroad, Notion. You can copy and paste Standstore, Teachable. If you want to copy and paste the link from a web app, you're going to be able to do that. And it's going to let you know if it's possible for you to potentially replicate that digital product. So for example, if we go over to this web app that we was looking at earlier, which is this web app that the Google AI mode showed us. I'm just going to copy the URL. I'm going to go back over to Digital Maker. I'm going to paste it in there like this, and I'm going to click on Assess Viability. What Digital Maker AI is going to do is give us a replication potential score. So this is 3.25 out of 5. It's going to let us know what we can do to be different. when it comes to trying to do something ourselves. It's going to give us all of these different metrics when it comes to market saturation, the ease of being different, the barrier to entry, the complexity when it comes to building it, and some other information when it comes to being able to build the app or the digital product. It doesn't have to be web apps. You can use this for any type of digital product, spreadsheets, ebooks, so on and so forth. And the point that I'm trying to make is that Google SEO is for everyone. I've been able to do it. I'm ranking #1 for my app on Google right now on the first page. And this is something that you guys are going to be able to do as well. It all comes down to using the right keywords, making sure that you're placing it in the right places. And then from there, Google is going to know who to show the app that you've built to when it comes to them searching for the keywords that relate to the product or service that you're offering. But swiftly moving on to the #1 traffic source, according to ChatGPT for web apps in 2026, which is going to be meta ads. Now, I'm not saying that I agree with this ranking 100% because it all depends on what your web app is. It all depends on where your customers are. So ChatGPT, I guess, is giving us a general ranking. So I wouldn't take any of these as gospel when it comes to it being 100% certain. What you need to do is look at which one is suitable for you, and then from there, pick the best one in your particular situation. But if we look at someone that's running meta ads right now, I just want to show you how simple it can be. And to see people that are running ads, what you can do is go over to the Facebook ad library. And for those of you that's not really sure of exactly what meta ads are, it's going to be things like Instagram, Facebook, Threads, WhatsApp ads, any platform that's owned by Meta. And it works in such a simplistic way. What you can do is search for all locations, all type of ads. And I'm going to type in a random type of app. Let's go with image resizer. And if I just scroll down slightly, as you guys can see over here, there's someone that's running an ad to an image resizer. Very simple to build using Google Antigravity. And it's also a very simplistic static image ad as well. So what they're doing is driving people to this link. Let me just click on learn more. Yep, so it's definitely a very simplistic web app that any of you are going to be able to build. And the interesting thing is, if we go over to SimilarWeb, we can see that they're already growing in terms of the amount of users that they get in, because I'm guessing that it's a completely brand new app that they've just built. But yeah, guys, those are the 6 different traffic sources that I wanted to show you today. If you got any value from this video, you learned anything, even if you learned a small bit of information, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know once a new video has been released. I've got many more videos coming out about topics like this and how you can set all of these different traffic sources up, so you don't want to miss those videos. But in the meantime, if you want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago, where in this video, I break down step by step what you need to do when it comes to building your first app, everything you need to do when it comes to setting up a database, and everything you also need to do when it comes to being able to monetize it and launch it and deploy it out to the world in the most efficient way possible. You're going to be able to watch that video by clicking the link right there. Check that out straight after this, because that video has already helped out countless people. And I'm sure if you're able to watch it from the very start all the way to the very end, it's going to be able to help you out as well. But as always, guys, I'm going to catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.